Cayenne has been the best-selling Porsche model and its SUV portfolio, now contributing over 60% of its sales. In its latest avatar, the Cayenne gets many of the technologies seen on its sibling sports cars. It includes a lightweight chassis, wider tires at the rear axle steering, 3-chamber air suspension, as well as the Porsche's dynamic chassis control and electronic roll stabilization control.
It is based on the new Volkswagen MLB platform, which also underpins other cars like the Q7 and of course the Bentleys as well, the SUV from Bentley. And we are going to be taking this car on the highways, in the mountains, and going to get a feel of what performance Porsche has built into it. As you can see, the third generation Cayenne doesn't look too different from the front, but there are very subtle changes. The daytime running lights now built in as part of the grille. The grille itself is different, and the bonnet as well has now a larger power dome, and the shoulders of the car are merged with the bonnet. The wheels on the side are larger now. The standard wheels are larger as well, 21-inch wheels, and that gives the car a much nicer proportion, a more balanced proportion. The sides are similar, but there is a change again. The C-pillar is sloping more towards the front and the car looks sporty in profile. But the major changes in the looks department at least are at the back, where the Porsche logo is now under this strip, which also lights up at night and looks really nice.
Porsche has transported the full new interiors seen for the first time on the Panamera into the Cayenne. The Porsche Advanced Cockpit features a 12.2 inches full HD touchscreen at the center of the Porsche communication management. All buttons and switches are now operated through a glossy black smartphone-like surface, while the IP continues to have a large analog tacho, but this time flanked by two 7 inches full HD displays. The Cayenne feels more spacious and the boot space has gone up by 100 to 770 litres. The materials used are top-notch as before and exude a sense of luxury not expected in sports UVs. The Cayenne is making its debut with the base variant, both of which we got to drive in the UAE. Following up on these will be the Cayenne diesel and of course the range-topping turbos. The base Cayenne is powered by a 3-litre turbo, now producing maximum power of 340 bhp and peak torque of 450 Nm. The S, on the other hand, is powered by a smaller 2.9-litre V6, but with bi-turbos, and produces 100 bhp more max power and peak torque, also going up by 100 Nm. With AWD and rear axle steering, the Cayenne feels much shorter than it is easy to throw around both around stubborn traffic as well as the twisties of the mountain track. The steering is perhaps one of the best one has seen in the modern era, and the 7-speed Tiptronic is well suited to both the engines. Interesting to note that the company chose this more conventional auto box as opposed to the PDK. Performance of both the variants is impressive, with the S getting up to a top speed of 265 km per hour. It does a 0 to 100 km per hour time of under 5 seconds with the sports package. The most interesting of the additions, seen only on the turbo models, is the rear spoiler that is mounted on the rear edge of the roof that also doubles up as an air brake. It is effective at over speeds of 160 km per hour, and the rear edge rises by 80 mm to reduce braking distance by 2 meters at a speed of 250 km per hour. With lifts of 20, 40 and 60 mm, it adds to the downforce on the rear axle in various sports modes and remain horizontal when the car is in eco mode.
The Cayenne, of course, is now the best Cayenne that I have ever driven. It retains the dynamics of the previous generations. The interiors are modern. There's a lot that is there in this Cayenne from the new Panamera. The displays, the controls, they are all now modern, and the car looks better on the outside as well. All in all, the car should do very well in India, considering that this is the most important car that Porsche has for the Indian market.